Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king, the face of Liverpool's modern era. For months, his future was up in the air. Rumours of Saudi Arabia.
Definite in telling us that Mo Salah will not be leaving Liverpool, but if as expected that £100 million bid comes in for Mo Salah, do you expect that he will leave before the transfer window finishes?
No, he wouldn't leave for 100 million. I think if it got to maybe 150 million and maybe over.
Talks dragging on, no new contract. It looked like the story was ending, but now he's staying. And not just for another year. Salah just signed a new deal that keeps him at Liverpool until 2027. And while that might sound like just another contract renewal, it's not. This decision might have just saved the club. So how did it all come together? Why is it such a huge win for Liverpool? And what does this mean for the future of the club? Let's talk about it. You see, Liverpool are having a massive season, top of the Premier League, chasing their 20th title, and playing electric football under new manager Arne Slot. If they now win on April 20th against Leicester, they are officially winners of the Premier League. But while things looked great on the surface, there was a storm brewing behind the scenes. Their three biggest stars, Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, were all heading toward the end of their contracts. And when Salah spoke in interviews during the season, he didn't sound confident. In September, he hinted it was his final year.
Coming back here it's my last year in the club, so you want to do something special for the city.
In November, he said he was more out than in.
Well, we're almost in December. I haven't received any offer to stay yet in the club, so probably I'm more out than in.
And in January, he admitted talks were far away. The writing was on the wall, and it's not the first time we've been here. Back in 2023, Saudi Arabia came in strong, £150 million on the table, with promises of record wages and a whole project built around him. For a moment, it looked like he was gone. Liverpool rejected the offer, but the buzz didn't go away. That's why this extension hits different, because everyone knew if Salah were to leave on a free transfer this summer, it would be a disaster. Because this isn't just any player. This is the guy who scored 243 goals and delivered 109 assists in 394 games for Liverpool. The guy who helped them win the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and everything else along the way. Since arriving in 2017, no one in world football has been more consistent. This season, he's 32 years old and still dropping numbers like he's 25. 27 goals, 17 assists, most goal involvements per 90 minutes in the Premier League. Top of the table, top of his game. Haaland, who everybody called an unstoppable force, with his 21 goals and 3 assists, isn't even close to Salah this season. Other players like Alexander Isak and Cole Palmer look like absolute jokes compared to Salah. So yeah, losing him wasn't an option, but getting him to stay? That wasn't easy either. Negotiations dragged on for months. The club wanted to avoid overpaying for an aging star. Salah wanted to be valued like the legend he is. In the end, they figured it out. No pay cut, no discount. A full 2-year extension, with Salah staying on as the highest paid player in club history. And the timing couldn't be better. Liverpool have lost 3 of their last 5 games. The title race was starting to feel shaky, but now, with Salah committing, the mood has completely shifted. It's not just about this season anymore. It's about building something again. Arne Slot said it best. Salah could go anywhere in the world, and he chose to stay. That's a win for the manager, for the sporting directors, for the fans, for everyone. Because when Salah stays, he sends a message. Liverpool isn't done yet. And for the squad, it changes everything. Look, Liverpool already know they're likely losing Trent to Real Madrid. Talks are advanced, the player wants the move, and you can clearly see that both his teammates and the Liverpool fans aren't too happy. Lucky for him, one of his closest friends is waiting for him. But keeping Salah gives them breathing room, stability, a foundation. Van Dijk, he's already said he's in discussions and wants to stay. With Salah leading the way, it's now likely that the captain follows. And that's how you protect the future of a football club. Not just with signings, but by holding on to greatness. Let's also talk mentality. Arne Slot called him one of the most mentally strong players he's ever seen. Even when he's not having a great game, Salah still finds a way to make something happen. There is a reason why Arne Slot said what he said. And if you need proof that Salah performs no matter what's happening around him, just look back at 2021 and 2023. In 2020 to 2021, Liverpool had their worst injury crisis in years. No Van Dijk, no Gomez, midfielders playing in defence. Total chaos. They lost 6 home games in a row. Everyone dropped off. But Salah, he still scored 31 goals, dragged them into the top 4, and kept the lights on when things got dark. Same story in 2022 to 2023. The team looked broken. Midfield collapsed. No Champions League football, but Salah kept producing. 30 goals, 16 assists, and became the first Liverpool player in history to record double digits in both goals and assists for 3 straight seasons. Even when Liverpool aren't clicking, Salah is. He doesn't wait for the perfect system. He is the system. That's why he's lasted 8 years at the top level, playing every 3 or 4 days, barely missing a beat. Salah is defined for the club. Take the 2018 Champions League final, for example. That night in Kyiv against Real Madrid, it wasn't just a match. It was the moment Salah's spirit as a player truly took shape. He was unstoppable all season long. But just 30 minutes into the final, the unthinkable happened. Salah went down after a controversial challenge from Sergio Ramos, injuring his shoulder. The heartbreak was instant, for him, for the fans, for the team. At that moment, the game felt like it was slipping away, and it did, with Karius making 2 big mistakes. First Benzema, scoring in the 51st minute, but also a clear save that should have been made from him. But blaming him for Gareth Bale's unbelievable bicycle kick, that's just wrong. Fast forward a year, Salah was back. And this time, he wasn't going to let anything stop him. After all the pain and suffering of 2018, Salah came out with a vengeance in the 2019 Champions League final against Tottenham. The moment he stepped up and slotted home that early penalty in the 2nd minute after Moussa Sissoko's handball. Salah's penalty not only gave Liverpool the lead, but set the tone for the rest of the final. The match was tightly contested, but Divock Origi sealed the win with a late goal, finishing 2-0. Salah didn't just redeem himself, he helped lead his team to their 6th European Cup. It was more than just a win. It was a personal triumph for Salah, who'd put the heartbreak of 2018 behind him and risen to become one of the club's true heroes. Now let's talk about 2020. This was the year that Liverpool finally won the Premier League after 30 years. And guess who was right in the middle of it all? Mohamed Salah. From the very first game of the season, Salah showed he was ready. In the opening match against Norwich, he scored and got an assist, helping Liverpool win 4-1. Week after week, Salah kept stepping up. He scored a great goal against Chelsea, got 2 goals in a 4-0 win over Southampton, and played a big part in beating teams like Arsenal and Manchester United. Liverpool were winning almost every game, and Salah was a big reason why. Even when the season had to pause because of the COVID lockdown, Liverpool stayed focused. When the games returned, Salah didn't slow down. Liverpool became Premier League champions in June 2020, with 7 games still left to play. That had never happened before. No team had ever won the league so early in the season. This title wasn't just another trophy. It was history. Liverpool had come so close in the past. In 2014, they missed out. In 2019, they finished second with 97 points. But 2020 was different. It was their year. And Salah, with all his goals and big game moments, was at the heart of it all. He's not slowing down. He's evolving. Earlier in his career, Salah was all about speed and instinct. Now, he's added control, vision, and smarter movement. He's not just a winger. He's a system, a problem solver, a game winner. This extension also buys Liverpool time. It gives the new management team, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, the breathing space they need to plan for the future. Without Salah, they'd have been scrambling. Now, they've got 2 years to prepare. And here's the other piece people don't talk about enough: marketing, brand value, global influence. Salah isn't just Liverpool's best player. He's one of the most famous footballers on the planet. You don't just lose someone like that and move on. You feel it. Everywhere. Now, let's be real. Salah is 32. By 2027, he'll be 34. This contract isn't forever. It's the final chapter. But if he stays healthy, there's every reason to believe he can maintain this level for another season or two. And even if his pace drops, his football IQ keeps him dangerous. So now the question is, what comes next? Liverpool are in a title race. They've got momentum. They've got Salah locked in. Van Dijk might be next. And with a few smart summer moves, they could be right back among the best in Europe. And it all starts with the king staying on his throne. Because for all the rumours, all the drama, all the doubt, Mo Salah chose to stay. He looked at Liverpool, looked at the project, and said, "Let's go again." And sometimes, that's all it takes to spark a new era. Let me know in the comments where's your aim. How big is this for Liverpool? Is Salah already a Premier League all-time great? And do you think he'll finish his career at Anfield? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.